in which the deposit is placed. So say for example, if you have placed your deposit in GBP or Euro or dollars, the interest rate will vary. So for 1 year deposit of US dollar, the interest rate may be 3%. But however, for Euro it may be 3.5% or 4%. So it depends from currency to currency and the tenure of the deposit. Again, like I mentioned before, same in the case of NRE, interest is tax-free in India, however it may be taxable in the foreign jurisdiction. Friends, I do not want this presentation to be a monologue. I mean, you can always intervene and ask me questions so that it becomes more interactive.
This interest tax-free, I think, is only for public sector bank, or is it for all banks? Private sector also?
Since this interest is tax-free, you have mentioned that at the time of repatriability, it is fully repatriable subject to payment of applicable taxes in India. So what applicable taxes? On his other income?
On his other income. See, any FCNR, see the interest on FCNR deposit which you are getting, it is in any case tax-free. But say for example, if you have sold some assets in India and which were from repatriable funds, and if you have created some deposits, so the bank will ensure that when you take out the funds, you have paid the taxes on that.
Is there any form to be submitted to the bank for that?
It is 15C.
Okay, I mean that's 15C.
Yeah. So I will deal upon that.
But because majority of the cases, all the credits in that account will be post-tax credits.
Post-tax, but still certain banks ask for this 15CB certification from chartered accountants.
Is there any ceiling of maximum amount that can be kept in this account?
I guess there is no ceiling. There is no ceiling. But there are minimum amount, deposit amount. It varies from bank to bank.
No, I'm on the higher
side.
No.
Higher side.
In case of change in residential status, is there some time limit within which the account?
Yeah, a good question. See, basically, if you have become a resident, then since this is a fixed deposit account, so what your bankers will do is that they will allow this particular deposit to mature till its maturity date, and then you will have again the same option as you have for this NRE account. You can either convert it into rupee deposit or the funds can be converted to RFC.
And in case of NRE, within how much time, should they be intimating the bank that they now become?
No, basically, under the famous is that whenever you come back to India for permanent settlement, you need to inform the bankers. So, see, in any case, if you don't inform, then the same will get again revalidated for a further period of time. But you need to inform the bankers.
How utility payment is
No, from FCNR bank account you cannot make it because it is a fixed deposit account. It is only for this NRE accounts.
You said all the debits and credits.
No, so I can liquidate the deposit and then I can make it. So I will have to again make the payment from this particular.
Eligibility criteria is talking about dual citizenship. This is for NRI only.
This particular deposit is only for NRIs.
Then why are they citizens of Bangladesh?
No, see, basically for certain strategic reasons, if they may become PIO, so they do not, RBI or the government of India do not want these citizens to place any deposits.
Dual citizens.
In case of NRE account,
NRI who are from Bangladesh or Pakistan. Then
in case of an NRE account, the former or survivor clause is there.
Yes.
And the death of the account holder is happened, the power of attorney holder is not allowed to transfer other than the home country's
Correct.
payment.
Correct.
Now in that situation, I need to transfer the fund to another NRE account of the spouse. That is the real survivor of the deceased person. Then how can we help?
See, basically in that case, you will have to write to the banks and take the approval from the authorized the bank.
So bank is authorized to do. Is there any instructions or direct?
See, basically they have their own general instructions, but then they may forward this application to the RBI. Again, repatriability, the funds are fully repatriable. Whenever the deposit gets matured or liquidated, you can take back the funds. Loans are available against the security of funds held in this particular account, either in India or outside India. So sometime back there was a scheme from certain banks that, say for example, I got a this FCNR deposit in India. Based on that, certain branches of Indian banks certain foreign branches of Indian banks were allowing me the loan facility on a nominal interest rate, which I can again recycle, those funds I can again recycle back to India. Again I can put the funds into FCNR account and earn higher rate of interest. So there I may incur 1% or 2% of interest rate. Here I may get around 3.5%, 4% of interest rate. So there is a arbitrage possibility. So those deposits were known as leverage deposits.
Here also you can put the deposit in Indian rupee also.
FCNR is only
Then in the foreign currency, now what they are allowing you to put in dollar terms, and then 1 year after they are putting at 65 at future rate, you can be converted.
yeah. So then hedging facility.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah, you mentioned that for NRE accounts there could be savings as well as current account transactions. So current account is usually
so
for
practically, like I mentioned to you, I have not seen any current individual holder having a current account. Basically, these are for the entities, and so far I have not seen any entities operating this current account. And because you don't earn any interest on the current account.
right, and you know it is very unlikely that if you individual holding a current
Yeah.
account and doing a business.
Basically, this if you look at the scheme of this particular deposit regulations, these are accounts for basically individuals. So individual will only have a savings account or RD account or fixed deposit accounts. And why would anybody put the funds in current account when he can earn interest on savings account? Perhaps, yes. Again, joint account facility is available, like we mentioned, for NRE account. Change in the residential status, I just discussed. Deposits allowed to mature. On maturity, you can either convert it to a resident rupee account, deposit account, you can transfer it to your other account, or RFC account. Now, coming back to NRO deposit account, which is the third in the category of deposits offered by banks in India. Now, this is the most common account for NRIs. Now, let us understand the reason why. Friends, practically what happens is that as a resident Indian, you would have opened certain bank accounts in India in the form of savings account or RD account or FD account. Now, you migrate abroad. You will have to, under FEMA regulations, you will have to again inform your bankers that now I am migrating to another country. So you please change my account to redesignate my account to NRO account. So one way this account gets created in that sense. Another way, you are an NRI and you want to create this particular new account in banks in India. So there are two ways in which you can create this particular account: a fresh account from abroad, or the already existing rupee account can be converted into NRO account when you migrate to another country.
But certain banks are not doing that. Resident account to NRO account. They say they need to close the account.
You can redesignate the account.
No, they are saying categorically say that we are not able.
So basically, what they will be doing is that they will just close the account and spread the same funds to NRO account. However, under FEMA, what FEMA regulations say that you can redesignate this particular account.
But what happens is when I am a resident in India, okay, I was doing many credits which are supposed to come in this particular account. So the number is, let's say from resident to NRO account, the number will change. So it's not going to be a...
See, operational convenience purpose, they should use the same account number, so that again you don't need to inform the outside parties.
But many banks are not doing that.
Yeah.
They
But-
say, so because of the 14 digit, okay, the in between numbers they need to change.
Again, eligibility. Now, this is where the difference lies. This account, like I mentioned before, certain accounts can be opened only by non-resident Indians and certain by any foreign national. This particular deposit account can be opened by any foreign national other than NRIs. However, citizens of Pakistan have to take prior approval of RBI. There was ban on even citizens of Bangladesh opening this particular account, but of late they have removed this ban. Citizens of Bangladesh can open NRO account However, the authorized dealer has to take certain care. He has to ask for certain documents from the citizens of Bangladesh, and then they can open NRO account. Like NRE account, this particular account again will be in rupee terms. Types of account: current, savings, RD, FD, normal account which we have as a resident in India. Let us see what are the permitted credits. I can open this account through inward remittance, transfer from another NRE, FCNR, NRO account. I can credit whatever income I am generating in India to this particular account. Interest on NRO account. Foreign currency which I surrender. Sale proceeds of assets, again subject to conditions. So friends, what happens is that as a non-resident, I may have accumulated certain assets in India on which I am generating income. However, those assets were created out of rupee funds. So what I can do is that whatever income which I earn on those assets, I can get it credited to this particular account. Again, I can use this particular account for I can use this particular account for making local payments, utility payments, my obligations, home loan payments. I can repatriate the current income outside India from this particular account. Repatriation of assets under $1 million scheme, which we will see little later. Again, loan facilities available against the security of fixed deposits, NRO fixed deposits. You get rupee loans in India. You can use this particular loan for making any permissible investment in India. Joint account facility is available. Same. Again, if you are becoming a resident, then the same will get converted into resident rupee account. Now this is basically a snapshot of what we discussed. Yeah.
So here you are saying repatriation of assets under $1 million. So what is the difference between assets and funds? So for example, Mr. A is a resident of India, and now he's shifting abroad, and he becomes an NRI, and he already had an account here which had say funds of 1 crore. Now those funds, I don't think those funds become repatriable, right? So under this repatriation of assets, does that mean that whatever assets Mr. A had in India, disposal of those assets and fund arising out of those disposal can be repatriated, but not the original funds?
When we talk about repatriation of assets, the assets also include bank deposits or bank accounts.
Okay.
So we'll see the definition. Your question will be answered when we see the definition of repatriation of assets, when we go to that particular notification.
Can any amount be transferred to another account from another account?
Can you be a little louder?
Amount can be transferred from another account to another account.
Vice versa is possible to the extent of current income.
What about the interest
There is
on
from NRO account to NRE can be transferred
Up to 1 million.
up to 1 million. That is scheme.
So,
I have a chance that I can remit or I can.
no. So what I mean to say is that if you have got certain current income accumulated under NRO scheme, then you can transfer it to NRE account. Plus under $1 million scheme also you can transfer it to NRE account. Correct. Yeah, you have some
What
question.
about the interest and deposits in an NRO account? Is that tax free or taxable?
Interest on NRO account is taxable.
What is the basic difference between NRO and NRE account?
See, basically the major difference is the repatriability. Again, the interest rates may be same. Only thing is repatriability. If you have got funds in NRO account, NRE account in the terms of fixed deposit or savings account, you can take it back anytime you want. NRO account you cannot take back because NRO account is a non-repatriable fund and only subject to $1 million scheme, which we will discuss when we go to repatriability aspects. You can take the funds out of India.
Also the taxability.
And the taxability. But for non-resident Indians, the tax may not be that bigger factor because in any case they may have to pay tax in their own country. So if you are paying tax on NRO deposits in India, you may get tax credit in your foreign country.
Tax free, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's say an NRI purchases an immovable property in India.
Yeah.
In 2005, you would have got some dollars. Okay. So to 2013 he sells the property. So what he can take back, because the regulations.
There is a particular slide on that. So.
What are the consequences in case of non-designation of accounts when he states status?
See, basically, they condone the delay. Generally, what happens is these accounts are by individuals, and they are not so not that careful like the corporates or other business entities. So they allow the continuity of deposits. However, you need to inform them. Otherwise, there are no major consequences. Because as an individual, I mean, you don't expect them to be when they land in India and the next day they inform the bankers.
If it is zero transfer of funds from NRE to NRO, will be permitted?
NRE to NRO is not permissible. NRO to NRE is permissible. What I mean to say is that, say for example, if you have got certain certain funds in NRE account, you cannot transfer the funds to NRO account. No. Sorry. So it is vice versa. I just got confused. See, from NRE account you can transfer the funds to NRO account because then you cannot take the funds outside India. But from NRO account you cannot transfer the funds unless you transfer it under $1 million scheme or the current income you can transfer. Fine. Yeah. So the confusion is resolved now.
Can foreign national open the NRO account?
Foreign national can open NRO account.
Under the general code?
Yes.
And how about foreign entities?
It is not for foreign entities. It is only for individuals.
If NRE is better than NRO, then why the need for NRO? NRE is more preferable than NRO account. Then why the need for NRO?
See, basically, as we go along, we will see that certain foreign nationals who have resided in India and then they want to move to their own country, they can also open this particular account. So this account is not only for non-resident Indians, it is for others also.
Preferably NRO.
Preferably. And as a matter of fact, if I were a non-resident Indian, I would always like to go for NRE account rather than NRO account. But NRO account is there because when I was resident, this account was created.
Excuse me. If a resident becomes an NRI, he will also have to redesignate the account.
Yeah.
From the same account.
No, see, basically, when I was resident, my account was in resident rupee account. So when I move abroad, I need to tell my bankers that now I am going abroad and now you redesignate my account as NRO account. Rupee account will only be redesignated as NRO account. It cannot be redesignated as NRE account or FCNR.
Can current income repatriate over and above $1 million?
No, then you have to take prior permission of RBI. See, there are two things. Let us understand. See, let us understand one concept. Under current FEMA framework, you are allowed to take current income outside India, whether you are credited to NRE account, NRO account, or for that matter any account. So current income is always repatriable, whether you credit to rupee NRO account or this NRE account. There is no restriction on that. So as an NRI, you have got certain immovable properties in India on which you are earning rentals, or you have got certain shares or securities in India on which you are getting dividend or interest. Then you can at any time take away the current income. You can repatriate the current income. So there is no restriction on that. Whether you are credited to NRO account or no, that is not a problem.
It is subject to $1 million.
It is not subject to $1 million. Current income is not subject to $1 million. $1 million scheme is for other assets and not for, because in any case, for current income you can always take it out.
Is there any obligation when the resident who has got a savings account in India now, he goes abroad and he becomes non-resident? Is there any obligation for him to redesignate savings account to NRO account?
See, it is an obligation, so you have to inform them. So like I mentioned,
the time limit?
there is no particular time limit, but you need to inform, I mean, in a reasonable period of time, before you leave India. Reasonable time. Yeah. So now they have not defined what is reasonable, but we have to.
So resident account should always be into NRO because if there is a person who was a citizen of some other country who comes to India, like born outside India, so citizenship of say US, comes to India now for 15 years, staying in India, so is a resident. Now if he is going out of India for further studies, so in that case also it has to be converted to NRO account.
If he's a resident, if he's an NRI, it has to be converted to NRO. So that is what what I say. You see, at any point of time, I would always like to open NRE account because I can take back the funds at any time. However, there is a compulsion in the sense that earlier I was a resident. I had my accounts in rupee term, so I had to redesignate them as NRO. Otherwise, at any point of time, if I were to open a fresh account in India, I would always go for NRE or FCNR.
At some point of time, interest rate may be different. Sometimes interest rates are different, then it is beneficial.
But see, at any point of time, I would always like to go for a security. See, we will see the factors which defines my choice. I think one slide later we'll see what are the factors which will affect my choice for the particular deposit. So this is basically the snapshot of what we discussed. And now coming back to your question. Now what are the key factors which decide a particular type of deposit? Currency, whether you want to have your deposit in rupee or foreign currency, or again risk appetite. What is your risk appetite? Whether you want your deposit in your home currency, which is say US, or in a foreign currency, which is Indian currency. Repatriability, taxability, Indian source income. So say for example, if you are getting India source income, then you may go for NRE account. Flexibility of operations. Now, for flexibility purpose, I may have certain withdrawals, regular withdrawals during the month. Then I may go for savings account or a combination of savings or deposit account. Future plans for resettlement. So say for example, after a certain time I am planning to come back to India for good, then I may open NRE account instead of foreign currency non-resident account. But for me, the biggest two factors which will determine the type of deposit is the risk appetite and the repatriability. Both the factors go hand in hand. So now, if I am a risk averse, I don't want to take any risk, then I may go for FCNR deposit, which is again a foreign currency deposit. So in USA, I may be earning a rate of, for 1 year, I may be earning 2% rate of interest or 1% rate of interest. In India, I may earn 3% rate of interest, and I may be happy with that. Again, the funds are tax-free. And repatriability. So NRE and FCNR account offer me the repatriability.
Just open the previous slide, guys. Rating is not proper.
Again,
Can Indian source income be directly credited to NRE? Can Indian source income, rental or some other income, can it be directly credited to NRE account?
see, basically, again, this is particularly in rupee terms. So, I think it can be credited to NRE.
Local income have to be.
No, now they are allowing local income. See,
Because that is dividend only.
no. What they are saying is that based on CA certificate, you can create this particular income to NRE.
No, of course, first it will go to NRO, then only you can transfer to NRE.
I have practically seen many banks they are directly allowing the credit, because if you see the circular also, they are allowing the current income to be credited. Because in any case, these current income are repatriable, so there is no.
But then TDS and everything is to be.
No, but it depends upon the income. No? See, after they get merged into the account, it is a separate matter. But the TDS, if it is there on, say for example, fixed deposit, so it will get deducted at source. No?
No, the thing is, if I am earning less than 180 of the, and if there is no TDS by the then the amount will go away without.
But at the time of repatriation, your bankers will ask.
No, if it is in NRE, bankers.
No, but certain bankers, see, that is the problem. There is a little bit of confusion going on.
NRE, you can just issue the check and take away.
I have practically seen many bankers, even from NRE account, they are asking for 15 CB. See, the technicality is that once they get credited to NRE account, you can take it back anytime you want. But still, the bankers ask for 15 CB.
Yeah, many banks are asking.
Yeah, many banks are asking. Yeah. They will not allow you to take back. They know that these funds are repatriable, still they will not allow you to take back the funds.
And it means mostly private.
Now let us see the another category, acceptance of deposit by others. Company, as a non-resident Indian, I can place my deposits with company under public deposit scheme. I can place deposits in partnership firm, proprietary firm, other deposits. However, friends, from practical perspective, let us look at the acceptance of deposits by companies, because that is more practical and relevant. And there is no clarity on the status of LLP accepting the deposits from non-residents. So, again, now company can accept deposit only from non-resident Indians. Okay. Again, there are two routes available. As a non-resident Indian, I have a choice. If I am investing in public deposit scheme by a company, then if I remit the funds from abroad or from NRE or FCNR account, then the funds are repatriable. If I invest in a deposit through NRO account, then the funds will not be repatriable. Again, subject to $1 million. Again, if the company is accepting deposit from non-resident Indians, the tenure of the deposit has to be up to maximum 3 years. Now, friends, there is recently there has been a new Companies Act coming into place, Companies Act 2013, and there are certain changes in that with regard to deposits, in the sense that now any public company cannot accept deposit from public. Like earlier, public companies were allowed to accept the deposits. Now only eligible companies, which they have defined under the deposit regulations, only eligible public companies can accept deposit from public. It may include non-residents also. So if you have the net worth of around 100 crores or so, or the turnover of 500 crores, then only those companies will be allowed to raise funds under the public deposit scheme.
This is only non-resident, not PI.
No. Again, the definition of non-resident includes PI. No? If you go to the definition of non-resident Indians, foreign tourists who are visiting India for a short period of time, they may carry some cash or a traveler's check. If they would like to deposit, because if they are going to stay for, say, for example, 2 months, 3 months or 4 months in India, they may like to open a bank account in India, deposit whatever cash or traveler's check they have. They can open an NRO account. Okay, so this NRO account can also be opened by foreign nationals. So they can open current or savings account. Practically, nobody would like to open current account with banks dealing in foreign exchange. However, the maximum, yeah.
So for NRO account, citizens of Nepal, can they open NRO, because they can't open NRO account, then how, if they are here for tourism?
See, NRO account is not for citizens of Nepal.
Yeah, so then if they come here for just for visiting India, then what kind of accounts will they be eligible to open?
See, they will be able to open resident account only. They will have to give them the details of their passport or visa or all such stuff, and they will be able to open resident account only. Not under NROs.
Okay.
But if they are NRI, if a Nepali resident is an NRI,
It's a Nepalese coming from America. It's like that.
no, let's say if Indian citizen who is a resident of Nepal, he can.
If he is falling within the definition of NRI, then technically he should be able.
Then under one category is complete regulation is not applicable under one category.
Yes.
What should we take?
See, then again he has to prove whether the bank will ask for the proof, no? See, before opening the account, bank will ask for certain documentation. They will ask for the passport copy. They will ask for the visa also. And generally, these foreign tourists who come to India, they get permission only for 6 months to stay in India. So the tourist visa is only for 6 months. So that is the reason when the foreign tourist goes back to his country, then he has to close this particular account.
You can open only current and saving, not deposit.
Only savings account. Again, what are the credits to this particular account? So say for example, if he is in need of certain funds, he can get the funds remitted from his home country to this particular account, and those funds can be credited, and then he can withdraw the funds. So credit by way of funds remitted from outside India through banking channels, or for those obtained by sale of foreign exchange brought by tourists to India. Again, he can use this account for making local payments. However, if the payments are exceeding 50,000 rupees, then he can make the payments only through checkbook or checks only.